Still on this 9 litter shots fired special effect Gladiator. Again, their mother would be a littermate to the champion guild there in 2023. Grandam would have been champion in 22. And obviously shots fired. Fair warning on Gladiator's littermate sister. So just a little bit of a lined up deal. Lot 21 will be dash 4s, the one that Levi's got hooked up there. And then lot 22, 9-5, the one that's going over there closer to his boots.
Yeah, as Levi's got the dash 4 hog hooked up. I mean, that one's probably of what we've seen so far within this litter, I'd say the most moderate one in terms of probably staying more towards a middleweight from a frame size perspective. I mean, that thing is stout from his rooter to his tutor, essentially. I mean that thing's. I mean, he's got a stout noggin on him, but he's still good in the base of his neck. Uh, Very, very good in his center rib cage. Bones good, squareness, feet and legs are very, very good. I think that's going to be a pretty good kind of a Berkshire Barrel. He's a little bit different than like the Dash 2 hog was there in the last set that we did, but I mean their basics are still very much the same. I think they hit some different endpoints from a weight target perspective, but very good pig. Is it Dash 5 or Dash 8?
It's dash 5.
Dash 5, okay. Um, uh, a big centered hog, a hog that's big pinned as he gets directly away from you. When he kind of wants to cooperate and pull his head, I mean, his upper lines really come into check, and the hog's really got a good look out in front of his blade. I mean, he's probably one as you gets directly away from you. I mean, he sets him out on the corners. I mean, you could tell he's full bellied here today. He's been in the feeder. But I think a hog that's probably maybe just even longer neck than the one than his littermate that's in here with him, and just maybe a little longer everywhere. Maybe hits a heavier weight target, but good pig.
Yeah, so dash 4, I think Brett nailed him there in the corner. I think that's a short-sighted one with a stout noggin, and man, you see him come directly at the camera. He's got a big square chest and a good knee column. I think that bear for me is the shorter-sighted one that kind of reads unique in terms of his length of body, but still has some length off of either end of his skeleton. Got a big fat arm and a big front foot to go with it. Very square in terms of his hind leg as he goes to the green carpet there. The Dash 5, obviously a little bit longer everywhere, as Brett mentioned, a little bit longer fronted, maybe just a little bit longer in terms of his body, but that thing still balances extremely well, in my opinion. And when you crawl in behind him, he is big and he is radical in his upper portion of his hip and his pin bone there, but still goes to the surface extremely well, and I still think has more than enough flexibility at this particular size, and would assume as he goes into heavier weights, he'll be just fine there. So a little bit of a different pair that probably fit two different not markets, but just not weight ranges a little bit. But I still think both of them are darn sure quality. Got a lot of faith in this particular sow line. Again, that sow would be a litter mate to the champion in 23, and then be a litter mate sow to those ones that we would have just sold, litter ones that we would have sold in our last sale. So excited for these and excited for these Berkshires. Those are just 4 males in that particular litter. We'll get into some Polands here, another litter of Berkshires, and some crosses.